can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Hey everybody, welcome to the channel and welcome to the video. Welcome to Gem Shorts. These videos here are branched off from my other channel, which is Gem Flipper. I think my camera is not 100% straight there, but there we go. So if you guys do want to see me out at Goodwill, flea market, where I find these items at, you guys can go over there to Gem Flipper. It's linked down below in the description. Otherwise, here we talk about what sold, talk a little bit about, reselling and what to news, my thoughts, things like that. But first and foremost, what I'm seeing a lot of, I watch a lot of reselling videos. I'm on YouTube, watch all kinds of other videos as well too. I'm big into obviously Marvel comics and all that stuff. I am a Lego collector, so I do collect a lot of Legos. I have lots of Lego sets. I have lots of stuff on my list right now I'm going to be buying. There is a comic show, GalaxyCon, coming in a couple weeks here to San Jose, California, and we'll definitely be going. We're looking for some cool pickups, some minifigs I'll be on the hunt for. I did a poll on my main channel if people wanted me, if viewers wanted me to do a live show from there or just do a regular video from that event. And it looks like so far people are wanting me to do a live show. So that live show will be on Gem Flipper. And I'm not sure, it's all weekend, so I'm not sure if I'm going to, I know I'm going to definitely go Saturday, not sure if I'm going to go Friday night or not. We will see. But I'm going to be on the hunt for a few Lego minifigures. Nothing crazy. There are some new sets I definitely want to buy now, but I kind of want to wait and see what the show turns out to be. There's that Dark Millennium Falcon, which I definitely want to get, and I haven't pulled the trigger on it just yet. I did get the Jedi Bob Starfighter. That's kind of funny. I did pick that one up. There are several other sets I want to get as well too. And most importantly though, I do want to add the Darth Revan from Lego minifigure to my collection. I never pulled the trigger on that and kind of kicking myself now because it's like a $300 figure. In the bag. New in the bag, mind you. I don't mind if it's loose, and I'm hoping that I might be able to find a better deal at the show. We'll see. But that's the show that's going to come up in a couple weeks, and that, like I said, that'll be on the Gem Flipper channel. That will be a live show from there. Hopefully there's no internet issues or anything like that. I do have my mobile, internet device, my mobile router I can use, so that'll be pretty cool. What else is going on? And I'm watching videos today. Today's Monday. This video will be on Tuesday. Today is Monday, August 5th, and big news right now. There's a hurricane over in Florida. I hope everybody's staying safe out there. Florida, I think it was going to hit Georgia. It's going to hit the Carolinas. So everyone, please be careful out there. It looks, I've never been. I've been in monsoons, never experienced a hurricane. It looks scary. So definitely be safe out there if you guys are in the path. And then what else today was, big stock market sell-off. I was watching some other resellers posting about it, talking about it, like, big sell-off, and trying to relate it to resell. I'm like, first and foremost, if you guys know anything about the stock market, August is typically a bad month when it comes to the stock market. End of summer, we're going into trying to get ready for the fourth quarter and everything. Tech is always tech. The end of the year, tech starts to do really well, and a lot of stuff going on in the world. There might be, the war in the Middle East might expand, which is kind of, nobody wants war, right? But it's there's a lot of stuff happening in the world right now. And then in regards to stock market sell-off, a lot of people are just, the stock market's selling off, time to, I don't know, it's going to affect our reselling business, and I'm here to tell you it's not really going to affect it that much. One day of sell off, it's not. It's kind of a big number. Everyone's talking about trillions of dollars wiped off the table, but nobody really knows the root cause, or nobody's really discussing the actual root cause, outside of financial channels and stuff like that. But kind of a strange one. But Japan, the yen was kind of like the big, catalyst and all this, or the big a factor in causing the sell-off in the U.S. A surprise spike in strength in the yen, which is kind of odd because, you could see it coming, but Japan isn't. It's pretty stagnant, especially the yen. They've experienced many years of deflation, and so to see the sudden spike, I don't know what it. I don't really pay attention to the numbers and all that really, but I did hear the yen, as of today, Monday, spiked pretty high in value against the dollar. So. Then there's some other trading. I'm not a trading channel, okay? I'm not going to get into that here, but there's some other forces at play in regards to the yen and the dollar that caused a massive sell-off. And then, with the news in the world going on, tech, Intel, everybody, Intel's kind of. If you follow tech news, which I follow tech news very closely because I'm a huge tech guy, is one of my specialties, is computers and networking and stuff like that. But Intel hasn't been doing very good for a long time, and now they're really starting to take a beating in the market. And Nvidia just they delaying their next version of chips for AI, so they noticed a last minute flaw in the design, so that gets delayed. So then the market like, what's going on? Everybody head to the hills, get your money and head to the hills. But nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about here. This is a reselling channel. We talk about reselling, and reselling is still going to happen. People are still going to buy stuff. People are still. I still have sales going on. A lot of other people I'm watching are still having sales going on. So sales are still happening on many different reselling channels or reselling platforms. That was what I wanted to say. We primarily focus on eBay here. That's the one we primarily sell on. It is the big dog in the room. eBay Open is coming up. Definitely register it. Definitely great information there. A chance to speak with other resellers. They do it virtually. I don't know if there's not sure if there's any in-person events going on, but I do know it's definitely virtual. You get a lot of information, insight on eBay, and where they're going. They've been making a lot of changes, so if you are keep an eye out for that. Lots of changes happening. Most recent was the sold section changed to orders now. So not really a big deal there. They changed their advertising around. I talked about advertising in the previous video. A little more neat, a little more clean in my opinion, and can't think of anything else right off the top of my head. But I may talk about that in a future video. Any other changes and what the effects on reselling. Okay. I don't really focus on any other platforms. I do sell on other platforms. We are on Mercari. I was on Posh. I got off Posh. I'm on Mercari. Have sold on Whatnot, and next we're moving into Shopify. I'm opening up my Shopify store again. I've talked about it in the previous on my other channel. Is I used to have a Shopify store, and we did close it down a few years ago. But I am reopening it again. And I'm gonna be selling stuff. I'm gonna connect it to my socials, so that way people can buy directly from me through Shopify. And I'm not sure really what I'm gonna put on there. I do have a huge inventory of Legos. I collect Legos, and I may be looking to offload some. Maybe the collector in me is telling me don't do it, but the reseller in me is hoping I don't listen to that. So Let me know if you know where that quote. I do quote movies a lot. I'm a huge movie guy, TV show guy. Well, I mean, I don't really watch that many TV shows anymore. I try to catch shows that, at night. I'll catch them, here and there. On my other channel, we are into, the other side, ghosts and spirits and stuff like that. We do, it is a bit of a, hobby of mine, especially in the past. We used to, me and my friends, we used to go on little adventures out to do a little ghost hunting and, enjoy the experience. But we do like to watch those shows as well too. On the other channel, I posted my time at the Winchester Mystery House. We were able to be there in the evening. I think it was 10 p.m. I think it was 11 to 1 a.m. So that was a pretty cool event. Otherwise, that's enough about me and I'm talking. Let's get to the what solds here. And I'm gonna cut the video here so I know what it helps me when I'm in the editing process where to put my pictures, because there will be pictures popping up of the items that I recently sold, and we're doing more items sold in this video or in these videos than I did in the other videos. I did 3 just to keep it kind of short, but here we're gonna do 6 solds, maybe more. We'll see what happens. But I got some cool items. Okay, so the first item, everything will pop up right over here. The first item we got, and I actually recently just picked this up. If you guys notice, I'm kind of changing the format of the photos that appear over here. That little, thinner one, I'm including a different screenshot, so that way I can get the whole title in there, so you can see the title. Title structure is very important when you're selling your listings, as well as pictures as well too. Very, very important to, I always call it window dressing your items. You gotta be able to draw those customers in, and this is a way that you can window dress your items as people are scrolling through eBay. So this is droidables, little droids. They're just kind of electronic. They beep and they don't really talk. They speak in droid, I guess. So the R5-D4 sold for $54. We picked this up at a Goodwill. And this was with a bunch of other Target items, which typically they weren't really worth it. Usually what we call them are the Target rejects. This is the stuff that doesn't sell at Target. They end up at, Goodwills and other places like Ross, TJ Maxx, and all those other places. The ones that just don't sell in the store. These, I believe, might have been a mistake when they were sent over to Goodwill, because these sell really well. This droid, more specifically, sells for between $50 to $60. Definitely keep your eye out for it. It might still be in Target. Definitely double check. I went to look to see if there are any in Target online. They are $20 though at Target, so be aware of the buy cost on these. It did sell relatively quickly. It sold within 24 hours. So keep your eye out. The R5-D4, they have R2-D2 and they also have BB-8 as far as I know. So I do have some of those as well too. Those go for more around $20 each. So be aware of your buy cost as well. Okay. There's going to be 2 Limax. I'm going to end everything with a big Limax bolo. But Limax is something I always usually pick up, depending upon the price of Limax. The actual villages, like the buildings, the Christmas and Halloween ones, usually people at flea markets, Goodwill, they'll price them up. Usually around $20-ish, $25 or so is what you're probably going to look at to pick them up. On the rare occasion, I have found them cheaper, and I will snag them if they do, and if they're in good condition, don't want any chips or broken pieces as well too, because Limax is pretty prone to chips and broken pieces. However, look out for the accessories. Another company or another place that produces stuff like this, Department 56. Look out for the accessories. The accessories can do incredibly well, and they can ship relatively easy. This just goes in the poly bag. $13.15, and we just have some resin little bushes. Pretty cool. I always throw a dollhouse in a lot of these little miniature items, decor items that can go into a house or an accessory for a house. just because I think it helps to sell the item. And this one sold $13.15. Look out for Lemax. It's a great name. Lemax doesn't do just Halloween. It doesn't do just Christmas. They do other items as well too. Okay, this is kind of a unique one. This was a mouse, Bluetooth mouse by Canon. Canon, they make cameras. Kind of unusual, and when I saw it, I was like, that's incredibly unusual. I thought it would go for more just due to its, it's a calculator and it's by Canon, but no, $18 is what it sold for. Not bad. Just because it's a small item, easy to test. I got it for like a couple bucks. Goes in a small little poly mailer. Just wrap it a couple of times in bubble wrap, and you can send this off. Easy to test, easy to store. It's just a great item to pick up for a buck or two. Not too much. $5 might be a little too much, but there's still some good margin to there's a good profit to be made, even if you buy it for $5. But Canon, Bluetooth, and its calculator as well too. Pretty cool little mouse. Okay, if you're anything about the glass world, Glassy Baby is one of the hot names. One of the the candle votives to look out for. There's a lot of candle votives that look just like this that are not Glassy Babies, so they'll kind of fool you. Make sure you look on the bottom. I didn't put it in here, but it is stamped on the bottom, Glassy Baby. Some of them will have a little, what we call a trescalon. I will pop up a picture of it here as well too. Probably not where my finger is, but somewhere in the side I will pop up what to look for. Some of them don't have it though. They started doing that. I'm not sure what year, but in some of the newer ones they will have a trescalon etched into it to kind of identify. That's why in my listing it says pre-trescalon, because this one does not have it. It just has the stamp on the bottom. But look out for Glassy Baby. A lot of them are named. Sometimes it gets kind of hard if it's not. This one actually had the little insert inside to tell me what name it was. It gets a little difficult because sometimes, when you're Google imaging them and the colors, can kind of blend, look the same. So easy if you have any of the original packaging material, but difficult if you got to use Google Image and you just have a blue one and you're like, well, what shade of blue is it? Some of them are multicolored. The multicolored ones do really well. And they also make drinking glasses as well. Keep your eye out. I haven't found any as of late, yet. Drinking glasses I haven't found yet. But the votive candle holders do pop up from time to time. So $63 what it's sold for. So keep your eye out for them. They do incredibly well, and they'll sell for right around, most of them, the $50 to $60 range, sometimes a little bit less, around $40-ish. And then some of the more rare ones, the multicolor ones, can go for up to $100 and more. And speaking of $100, we sold this Miller's Outpost. Now, Miller's Outpost, there was a Miller Outpost store. I remember going to it. It was on the east side of our town. I don't know if Miller's Outpost was everywhere. Let me know down in the comments down below if you guys remember Miller's Outpost. Was it everywhere in the country, or was it just local, maybe to California or the West Coast? But I didn't know they had a board game. So when I saw it there, the logo there, the Miller's Outpost, the way it's designed there on the board, was how the sign was for the store as well too. Maybe this was sold in the store. I don't remember. I just remember there being a lot of jeans there. They sold a lot of jeans. And found this at the flea market, $105 for this game. It was complete. So be on the lookout for vintage board games. I've sold quite a few of them. Some vintage ones that do incredibly well. The tough part is they're usually not complete, missing a bunch of pieces. If that's the case, you could probably sell the pieces off as replacements. So $105 for that. So pretty cool. Okay, then we're rounding out the last thing with a Lemax stuffed animal kiosk. Who knew? Right? $90 for this little thing. I mean, it's not even, I guess it's kind of Christmas because they look bundled up like wintertime. But a stuffed animal kiosk? I was kind of baffled. When I picked it up, I figured around $15 to $20. So when I eventually got home and looked it up, I was like, wow. This is actually an incredibly rare piece. This went overseas. Now the one, so definitely look out for Lemax. I pick up usually all Lemax if it's reasonable. These little ones I try to get for $1 or $2 because most of them are not going to be $90. So they're going to be more like the first one, around $15 to $20. So Lemax, keep it under $5. Now international sales. This went international, which is cool. I definitely like it when something goes international because when you ship it through the international shipping program through eBay, yes, there's a higher cost for the buyer, a higher buying cost for the buyer. For the seller, what's great about it is you're covered against any losses, any damage, even if the buyer wants to return it. If they say, hey, I don't like this, I'm going to return it, you're still completely covered. You keep the money. You don't have to worry about a return. You don't have to worry about it damaged, lost in the mail. Your only job is to get it mailed on time, first of all, and get it over to the international shipping hub, which is in Colorado. Chicago, Illinois. They both start with the C. Chicago, Illinois is where it's at. You got to get it there. Once it's in their hands, in eBay's hands, you're done. Complete, sales closed. No need to worry about it. Even if the buyer messages you saying, hey, I haven't received it. Hey, this package got ripped open. Everything's damaged. It's crushed. Tell them to contact eBay. eBay will take care of them. They'll refund them. I don't think... There was one time where there was an issue with some forks I sent out. And they just ended up getting lost. And eBay they'll message you to let you know that there's an issue with your international package, but they kept saying, okay, we'll make a final decision in 3 days. Then we'll make a final decision in another 3 days. They put it out like 3 or 4 times, but it's kind of odd. I haven't seen that before, but eventually they said they refunded the buyer, and there's nothing else that you need to do as a seller. That money does not come out of your hands. That comes out of eBay's hands. So that's why I do like international shipping. Yes, it could, or go through the international shipping program. It could, reduce the amount of sales you have, but I never, even prior to this, I never really had that many international sales. It was still pretty expensive to ship internationally. Just to Canada, it's very expensive. Even not going through the international shipping hub. I think you have to fill out this weird form and everything like that. I hated that part. So I'm definitely glad they did what they did with international. So otherwise, Puerto Rico has also been added to that, which is kind of strange, but eBay has their reasons. And I know when I ship stuff to Puerto Rico, there have been issues with delayed shipments, with I did have a damaged item go over to Puerto Rico. I don't know what happens going over to Puerto Rico, but things happen. So I don't have any issues going to Hawaii, though. That's still over water. Puerto Rico is still, you still have to go over water, right? It's not a part of the 48 states. So and it's not really it's a what do you call it? It's not a state. It's a territory. So, but it's still kind of a part of the U.S. I guess. Not really. Yeah. But either way, I don't have any issues with these go to Alaska or Hawaii. But for some reason, I always have issues to Puerto Rico. Now that that's being covered, maybe I'll have less sales to Puerto Rico. I don't know. I don't really have that many that go to Puerto Rico, but at least I'll be covered there from that standpoint. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The other thing too I wanted to mention. This channel, these videos, I will not be putting any commercials in these. I can't put any commercials right now because I don't have 1,000 subscribers at the moment. But I don't plan on ever putting commercials on this channel. This is just more informational for resellers, or for anybody that just wants to hear about what's sold, what I sell around here as well too. But this channel will remain commercial free. And if there are any commercials, it's not me doing it. I turn off the I will be turning off, keeping monetization off on this channel. It will be on my main channel, though. There will be commercials on my main channel to help me earn a little bit of money from making videos. Obviously, that's the goal, to get more views, to make money, and that's the channel that will be monetized. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. Hit the thumbs up, like the video, subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of these what solds, anything that comment on anything that I said in this video, your guys' thoughts on what's happening in the world, stock market, stuff like that. There are, you know, people that are probably more smarter than me on the stock markets, but yeah, drop your comments down below, and we'll catch you in the next video.